Hello everyone, welcome to Edufy. Today we are here in the next part of our history series, that is part 7. And let's start with the questions for NPSC. The first, in this series, we are focusing more on the ancient and the medieval aspect and largely based on the cultural and the administrative measures because questions are asked from that pattern only. So let us first see the question number 1. Persian work Tabakat-e-Nasiri was written during the reign of which of the following king? Iltutmish, Balban, Alauddin Khalji, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. The answer here is B. Balban. Okay. He belongs to which dynasty? Slave dynasty. That is the first dynasty. And the first ruler of that dynasty was Kutubuddin Aibak. Next question. Qutub Minar was completed by which ruler? Kutubuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Alauddin Khilji, Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Here answer will be B. Iltutmish. Kutubuddin Aibak started the construction of Qutub Minar, but the completion was done by Iltutmish. The Atala Masjid at Jaunpur was built by which dynasty? It is very famous dynasty of Jaunpur region in the medieval India. That is the construction of that dynasty is Atala Masjid, very famous in Jaunpur, UP, Eastern UP part. So your answer here is Sharki dynasty. Any style in medieval India which is famous in Jaunpur, it is from the Sharkis, okay, and the Atala Masjid is there. The Mughal school of painting reached its peak during the reign of Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir. Actually, the Mughal painting reached its zenith, its peak during the time of Jahangir. Jahangir himself was a lover of paintings and he took the activity of portrait, naturalism and miniature to the highest peak during his time period. Next question you will see. Hamza Nama illustrations were commissioned by Babur, Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan. And your answer is B. Akbar. It was commissioned by Hamza Nama is basically a book along which there are illustrations, means pictures, decorations being done by the various calligraphers and other people. So that was done by B. Akbar. So you can see the answer. Next, the Buland Darwaza at Fatehpur Sikri was built to commemorate what? The victory over Gujarat, birth of Salim, Akbar's conquest of Bengal, Jahangir's accession. Here answer is a victory over Gujarat. When Akbar win over the Gujarat region and extended his empire into Gujarat, then he constructed this Buland Darwaza at Fatehpur Sikri. Fatehpur Sikri is near Agra, okay, Agra and Mathura, and it is a complex of five architectural marvel, where one very important other than Buland Darwaza is Panch Mahal, that is developed by Akbar for his Hindu wife, that is Jodhabai. Okay. Next, Ikta system under Delhi Sultanate implies. So there was Ikta system started by Delhi Sultanate, and it implies military land grants given to the nobles in the lieu of salary. So instead of giving salary to the workers or to the nobles, what was given? Land was given, and they have to collect the revenue and also do the law and order of that region. So military land grants. So Ikta system refers to military land grants, and the person who looks after that area is known as the Iktedar. Okay, so that is your Ikta system. Next, which architectural style is characteristic feature of Tughlaq architecture? A. Ornate ornamentation, sloping wall, which is also known as batter, extensive use of marble, curvilinear shikhars. So answer will be B. You will see the Tughlaqabad fort and in Delhi, you will see the walls are sloping broadly. They are sloping like this. In the bottom they are broad, and in the above they are very narrow. So that is the feature of sloping walls in the Tughlaqabad fort and the Tughlaq part of important part of Tughlaq architecture. Right? Ornate ornamentation came very late. Then extensive use of marble, Shah Jahan, and curvilinear shikhar is part of temple architecture in North India. Humayun Nama was written by Gulbadan Begum. A. Gulbadan Begum, she was sister of Humayun. Which of the following were introduced, standardized by Akbar? So what was the things that were instituted or standardized by Akbar? A. Mansabdari, दहसाला सिस्टम जब्त, Ilahi calendar, Todarmal, Bandobasti. So you have to tell out of which were introduced by Akbar. And the answer here is 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them are introduced. So answer is C. Mansabdari, Zapto system or Dehsala system, Ilahi calendar, Todarmal, Bandobasti. So Mansabdari क्या होता है? The land, similarly, land is given to the noble to take after the revenue from that region, to take the revenue from that region and look after the law and order. Dehsala or Zapti, that is a system how land revenue is calculated based on the produce of each 10 years, based on the produce of 10 years. Average निकालते थे. Todarmal has also calculated its Bandobasti system. It is also related to revenue. So answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4. All are correct. All are introduced and standardized by Akbar. In Mansabdari system, the Zat rank determined number of cavalry to be maintained, personal rank and salary, type of Jagir allotted, hereditary rights. Here the answer is personal rank and salary. See what is the status of that noble, that will be determined in Mansabdari system by the Zat rank. Zat ranking will be given to the person and accordingly his rank and salary will be determined. So that is your Mansabdari system. Next question, which of the following best describe Din-i-Ilahi? A new religion imposed on the people, ethical spiritual order of select followers, orthodox Islamic sect, political ideology. Here answer is B, ethical spiritual order of select followers. Why? This is the ethical code of conduct type of thing that was introduced by Din-i-Ilahi, that was introduced by Akbar after taking the positives of all the religion, and then certain code of conduct was made, and that is sort of a religion, or you can say ethical conduct, and that we call as spiritual order of select followers. Milind Pahano. The question is, Milind Pahano records the dialogue between which of the following? Ashok and Buddhist monk, Menander, Nagasena, Kanishka, Ashwagosha, Bindusar, Megasthenes. Here the answer is, it records the dialogue between the Menander and Nagasena. Very important question, the Milind Pahano question. It is a book which records the dialogue between Menander and Nagasena. Which administrative unit was the lowest level under the Mughal Empire? Suba, Sarkar, Pargana, Khalisa. So answer here is Pargana. It is the smallest unit of Mughal administration. Okay. Sarkar and Suba, these are the larger unit. Okay. Suba is lesser than a province. Sarkar is a province. Khalisa is the land given to the royal family, and Pargana is the lowest smallest unit, like a district within a province. So answer is C. Next, Petra Dura technique that is used in architecture during the Mughals time, and it was introduced by Noor Jahan. So you will see what it is. It is the stone inlay work in the marble. So in the marble, stones are embedded, and that work you can see in Taj Mahal also, Ibn Dawla's tomb also you can see, and that technique is called Petra Dura work. Next question, the Barid under Delhi Sultanate functioned as Barids. Who were Barids under Delhi Sultanate? These were the spies. So you can answer is intelligence and the postal officers are called, or you can say the spies. So these are the Barids. Next question, which one of the following newspaper was started by Dadabhai Naroji? The famous newspaper started by Dadabhai Naroji. Amrita Bazar Patrika, Rast Guftar, Kesari, Hindu Patriot. Answer is Rast Guftar. Okay? That is started by Dadabhai Naroji. Next question, which of the following Sultanate ruler introduced the system of branding of horse? The branding of horse is known as Dag. That practice is known as Dag. And it was introduced Qutbuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Alauddin Khilji, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Here answer is C. Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji took slew of reforms. He started giving salary in cash to the military leaders. Also, he started branding of horses, that is called Dag system. Buddha Charit, which gives an account of Buddha's life, was written by Nagarjun, Vashumitra, Ashwagosha, Fahin, and answer is Ashwagosha. Very important. Remember this book also. Okay. So C is the answer, as you can see, Ashwagosha. So that was all. No, if there is one more question. Which Bhakti movement was associated with Vair Shaivism, and that is also known as Lingayatism in the Bhakti movement? So what it is famous. First thing is we need to know the location of this Bhakti movement, that is Veer Shaivanism or Lingayat. They are famous in Karnataka region. They are called as, their movement is called as Basava movement, because the person, the reformer, the Bhakti saint that is responsible for this movement is Basav. So on that it is called Basava movement. So they can either ask you Vaishyavism, they can also call it Lingayas, they can call it Basava movement. So all these are prevalent in the Karnataka region. This is a Bhakti movement which focus on Bhakti of Lord Shiva. So that is your question. Fine. This is the last question. Thank you very much.